All right, guys, here we go. Here is our flow for this week, and we're focusing on our gaze, on Drishti, right? That soft, steady gaze where we focus on our eyes on one point. And what does this do, right? It's such a powerful practice, and it's really one of the first steps. This is why I have it as one of the beginning foundational practices to do in this yoga practice, because when we set our eyes and our vision on one point, our optical input, right, is not taking in so much information. And so our minds can be steadier. They can focus on our breath even more steady. And what does that begin to do? It begins to bring us into deeper connection into our body, into presence, and ultimately to get into that place of meditation and relaxation. So in this practice, this is a challenging practice, we're going to use our focal point, which is this block. And we're going to keep our eyes locked in on this block from the beginning all the way to the end. So grab your block, get it close by, go ahead and start. And place it right in front of you and set your eyes right on it. Because as soon as we get out of child's pose, we're going to slide this block and keep it within our vision and our eyes. So come onto your mats and we'll get right into this flow. Come into child's pose and begin to connect with your breath. Connecting to your breath, feeling the mat underneath your fingertips, the tops of your feet. Just come into presence here. Just feeling the subtleties of being right here, right now. Deepening your breathing as we've been working on. Just making it conscious right now. It doesn't have to look or sound a certain way, but consciously breathe in and consciously breathe out. And even right now, begin to play around with setting your eyes on one point. With your eyes closed, what is it like to set your vision on one point? When we come into tabletop position, let's set that block and commit to keeping our eyes steady on that block. Moving through cat-cows. Our eyes are fixed. Even if it's in our periphery, as we come into cow, it's going to be in periphery. So in this practice today, we're still focusing on our foundation. We are still making sure our breath is moving, but our ultimate level of focus is keeping our eyes on that block. So as we come into downward facing dog and place that block closer between our feet, so as our head hangs heavy, we keep our eyes fixated on that block. And as we come into ragdoll, move the block so we're able to see it right between our feet. Maybe even placing a little further back so we can let our head drop. And as we rise up to extended mountain pose, we follow the block the whole way up. So even as if we bend laterally to the side, and then to the other side, to center here. And really, right, it's front and center now. Focus our attention. We start even looking at different points and textures start to reveal themselves with this block. Notice what starts becoming clearer for you. You can really focus on your breathing even that much more with your eyes just focused right here. Reach up and breathe in. Forward bow, follow that block all the way down, breathe out. Come into a halfway lift, breathe in. Plant your hands down and step back. We're just going to drop all the way down. So we take 5 cobra poses. Take a breath in and rise up. Lower down and breathe out. Cobra. Lower. Cobra pose. Lower down. Rise up, cobra. Lower down. Cobra pose, breathe in. Lower down, breathe out. Press back to downward facing dog. My eyes are still staying on it. So the practice is going to be a little bit more intentional, a lot more intentional, and slower today. Or maybe not as fluid, but that's not the intention of today's practice. All right. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's do that again. Sun salutation A. Walk your feet to the front of your mat. Come into a halfway lift and breathe in. Forward fold and breathe out. Take the block with you for a ride. Extended mountain pose. Inhale. Forward bow. Exhale. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Place your hands down the mat. You can drop to your knees as you lower down, or just come all the way from high push-up all the way down. Put the block in front of you. Cobra pose and breathe in. Lower down, breathe out. Come into downward facing dog. So you can come to your knees first so we can bring that block back. All right. All right, we're going to step our right foot forward and come into warrior one here. Warrior one. Eyes never waver from the block. So I'm finding my feet here. I don't have to look at my feet. And that's what's a really good practice of body awareness. Like, can you feel your feet pressing into the earth? Be conscious of that as your eyes are up here on the block. Right? Breathe in. And let's flow back down, placing the block down, lowering down. Cobra. We go to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. All right. Left foot. Warrior one. Just staying here and feeling. Staying and feeling. Feel those bones in your feet, right? 3 bones in your left foot, 3 bones in your right. Breathe in. Lower back down to the mat. Breathe out. Cobra pose in. We go to downward facing dog. And we breathe out. Take a few breaths here in down dog. Let's do that again. Let's go. Warrior one. Right side. Let's open to warrior two. So as we open. All right, the block is in our right hand on the right side. So as we reverse, And breathe in, reach it up and back. Gaze comes up. Good. We flow back down. Place that block down, eyes are fixed on the lower down. Cobra. We go to down dog. Nice and intentional with our movements. Warrior one, left side. To warrior two. All right, so as you're setting your foundation, right, setting your feet proper, feeling good and supported, right? Again, the pose, right, the warrior two, we don't have to make it super expansive here. We're just really getting in the pose and feeling. Getting grounded, breathing consciously, and setting our eyes. All right, reverse your warrior. Reach it up and back. Breathe in. All right, and we come back down. Here we go. Place it down, lower it down. Rise up, cobra. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Intentional, super intentional practice here. Start to pay attention, right? How deep your focus is right now. You're locked in. Feet to the front of your mat. We come halfway and breathe in. Bow forward, breathe out. Rise all the way up. Extended mountain pose. Inhale. Let's go eagle pose, right side. All right, so balancing pose. Find that grounding in your left foot. As your right leg goes over left. We cross hands, right? Cross arms. It's a little tricky. All right, let's unwind out of that. Unwind and breathe in. Let's take eagle pose, left side. It doesn't matter which hand it's in. As long as it's nice and steady, right? You even, yeah. So this is good. I fall out. And practice coming back in. Staying steady. Letting go of what it looks like. Just focusing on my eyes on the block. Unwind, breathe in. All right. Let's take eagle pose again on the right. All right. Right leg over, right arm under. Stay here for a few breaths. All right. Now we're going to unravel and come into airplane pose. Let's practice. Just right here. We don't have to extend all the way out. Let's keep that block pretty close here as we're just beginning. Kicking that right foot back. Just feeling, right? Let's feel your back body really getting in active here. Right, your back body. Breathe in. All right, stand tall. All right, let's go other side. Eagle. All right, unravel. Airplane. Take our time. And stand tall. Left foot down onto the mat. Right. Take tree pose, right side. Just steady, steady, Freddy. Let's go, other side. So even as you transition, right? You really start to notice, like I'm noticing I'm standing maybe a little bit stronger on my left foot than my right. These little subtleties. All right, step your left foot down. Mountain pose. Reach up, breathe in. Forward bow, breathe out. Come up halfway lift and breathe in. Right. Step back and lower down, breathe out. Upward dog, inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Right. Let's come right onto our backs. We're going to come into floor bridge. Right. So wherever you can keep the block here, a great place is between your thighs. Right? You can have the block right here, on your torso, on your thighs is like you're getting even more, really igniting those inner leg lines. So as you come up into floor bridge, feet, heels under your knees, and you're coming up, still keep my eyes are still seeing that purple block. Breathing in, releasing, letting go, and breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. All right, come back on up. Breathe in. Slowly lower down, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Come back on up. Breath is flowing nice and steady. If it's choppy, it's all good. Just notice that. See if you can smooth it out. Release and let go. All right. We're going to take butterfly pose. And it's these little incremental, I don't want to call them improvements, but just depths that we continue to take. So the longer that we're able to just focus on this point, move with intention and breathe, the more our body and our mind can begin to settle. Slowly bringing your knees together, crossing your right ankle over your left, so that we open up. Right, and the right hip. Flexing your right foot. If you can, right, you bring this knee in. Right, you can use both hands to kind of bring this left thigh in, lightly guiding your right hip away from you as well. All right, switch sides. Okay, release the left side. We'll take a spinal twist. So kind of scooch, straighten your left leg out, hug your right knee in. Right, and pull your right leg over to the left side with your left hand. Extend your right arm out. Gaze is still fixed. Releasing that and switching sides. Even on the transition, you take it as slow as you need to take it. And if you happen to have shifted your eyes off the block, just notice it. Notice when it happens. Like, when did it occur? And were you able to just come back? Were you able to come back without judgment too, right? Like, not beating yourself up about it? All right, so here we go. Come back flat onto your back. Let's take one last good look at this block as you straighten your legs out. Take a breath in and a breath out. Releasing it off to the side, arms out to the side. You can let go of your commitment to your gaze. And now even letting go of your commitment to your conscious breathing, taking one last full breath in. Letting go with an audible sigh. And as you've arrived here in your final rest, just taking a few moments to just let go physically. As you just moved with intention, with commitment too, fully committing to not only keep your eyes fixed on one point. Take a moment here to really notice the clarity that you're able to embody right here, right now, in this final rest, having done so. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Reach your arms overhead. Stretch your front body out. Roll over onto your right side, hugging your knees in. And making your way to a seat, facing the front of your mat. Just taking a moment here to really nurture and solidify this clarity, this space you're feeling right now. Just bringing attention to it, acknowledging it, maybe even sending gratitude to it. Bring your hands together at heart center. Taking one last conscious breath in as you raise your thumbs up to your third eye center and breathe in. Bowing your head forward and breathing out. And the light in me sees into the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining in today's